After years of anticipation, Age of Darkness Final Stand finally emerged from early access in January 2025, and it instantly proved itself as one of the most gripping dark fantasy survival RTS experiences in recent years. Drawing clear inspiration from They Are Billions, it builds upon the formula with clever twists that make every moment thrilling. Players are cast into a bleak, unforgiving world where humanity's final strongholds stand surrounded by monstrous nightmares. Using the innovative swarm tech system, the game fills the screen with tens of thousands of enemies at once, turning every Death Knight into a visually spectacular clash for survival. Released in May 2025 under Hooded Horse, Cataclismo blends dark fantasy strategy with Lego-like fortress building, creating a deeply original take on the RTS and tower defense genre. Developed by Digital Sun, the studio behind Moonlighter and Mage Seeker, it pushes the limits of creativity by allowing players to construct massive fortresses brick by brick, shaping defenses in intricate and unpredictable ways. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about unleashing imagination, building wild structures that can withstand the horrors threatening this cursed world. Alongside fortress creation, resource management, and hero deployment keep the tension high as players fight to reclaim lands from corruption.
They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone. And with this stone, we
Launched
will
on May 8, 2025, Tower Dominion took the tower defense scene by surprise and quickly earned itself glowing reviews. At its core, it's a classic tower defense game, but one with bold innovations that set it apart. The twist lies in its roguelike progression and terrain manipulation system, which lets players shape the battlefield itself. By placing tiles, you can bend enemy routes, build choke points, or create winding paths lined with deadly defenses, ensuring no two games ever play the same. 3 distinct factions bring unique biomes, towers, and tactics to explore, while a diverse roster of 30 unlockable heroes keeps progression exciting. Set in an alternate World War II where Axis powers unleash towering mechs onto the battlefield, Grit and Valor, 1949 is a striking mix of Into the Breach and Iron Harvest with a roguelite twist. Players command an elite resistance squad tasked with carrying an EMP weapon deep into Berlin to cripple the Axis war machine. Every mission takes place on dynamic, ever-changing battlefields, where terrain plays a critical role, and progression is driven by roguelike mechanics, ensuring each run offers new upgrades and customization opportunities. Commanders must carefully deploy their mechs, adapt to unpredictable combat drops, and squeeze every advantage out of pilot skills and terrain.
We're under fire from higher ground.
The stylish legacy of fights in tight spaces evolves into a bold medieval chapter with knights in tight spaces. This sequel keeps the same turn-based deck-building foundation but shifts from modern-day brawls to gritty medieval skirmishes. Players now lead a full party of warriors across procedurally generated encounters, battling through a long and varied campaign. Strategic movement on a grid combines with a deck of combat cards, where every card is an opportunity to reposition, outsmart enemies, and strike with precision. What makes the sequel shine is the addition of parties, weapons, and equipment, dramatically expanding the tactical depth and replay value. From the creators of Blasphemous, the Stone of Madness arrives as one of the most unique and atmospheric strategy games in years. Set in an 18th century Spanish monastery that doubles as both a madhouse and an inquisitorial prison, the game plunges players into a grim world inspired by the haunting art of Francisco Goya. You control a group of 5 prisoners, each carrying their own skills, backstories, traumas, and phobias, as they attempt a desperate escape while uncovering sinister secrets hidden within the monastery walls. Gameplay unfolds as a blend of real-time tactics, stealth, and puzzle solving, with the added tension of managing your character's fragile sanity.
Together, we endure, striving for deliverance from this madness.
April 2025 finally marked the long-awaited return of one of strategy gaming's most legendary series. Commandos. Origins serves as a prequel to the franchise, tracing the beginnings of the elite World War II unit that would later define the series. Players take command of 6 iconic specialists: the Green Beret, Sapper, Sniper, Driver, Marine, and Spy, each with their own vital role to play in daring missions deep behind enemy lines. Every operation feels like a high-stakes puzzle, demanding patience, stealth, and precise coordination. While it stays true to the spirit of the original Commandos, this new entry pushes forward with larger interactive maps, modern visuals, and a new command mode that allows for synchronized team actions. The sequel to one of the most unique hits in the strategy world, Monster Train 2, takes everything that made the original so beloved and expands it with bold new ideas. At its heart, it remains a deck-building roguelike fused with vertical tower defense, where players protect the last burning pyre heart atop a 3-tiered train. Battles are fought by deploying monsters and casting devastating spells across each floor, creating complex layers of strategy and synergy. This time, the sequel introduces 5 brand new clans, alongside equipment and room cards that radically expand tactical possibilities. May 2025 saw Hooded Horse deliver yet another addictive strategy gem with 9 Kings, a roguelike kingdom builder that hooks players instantly. Each run begins by selecting a unique king, complete with a starting deck of units, buildings, and spells. From there, the action unfolds on a compact 3x3 grid, where every card placement matters. Positioning, synergy, and clever planning become essential for survival, as rival monarchs grow stronger with every turn. Blending deck building, auto-battler mechanics, and roguelike progression, 9 Kings thrives on experimentation, rewarding players who discover devastating combinations and clever strategies. Armored Brigade II roared onto Steam in 2025, carrying forward one of the most authentic Cold War strategy series ever made. Where the first game already impressed, the sequel raises the bar with a leap into a fully realized 3D environment, giving players a breathtaking view of vast, historically accurate battlefields spanning from 1965 to 1991. Every detail feels meticulously crafted, from the over 1,000 ground and air units representing 7 nations, including the US, USSR, UK, Finland, Poland, East Germany, and West Germany, to the realistic combined arms operations that bring tank divisions, infantry, and aircraft together in synchronized chaos. The quirky charm of the 2-Point series takes a delightful new turn with 2-Point Museum, a management game that blends humor with the fascinating task of curating knowledge and history. Here, players step into the role of museum director, tasked with designing, staffing, and managing cultural centers across 2-Point County. The formula is as addictive as ever. Build your museum, keep your visitors entertained, manage staff morale, and expand your empire one exhibit at a time. Expeditions become a central feature, sending experts across the globe to uncover more than 200 unique exhibits spread across 100+ locations, from ancient artifacts to modern wonders.
And that concludes our tour of this part of the museum. Tell your friends, bring your family. After all, you can't spell museum without you and me.
For those who have longed for the golden era of Command and Conquer, Tempest Rising arrived in 2025 as a triumphant spiritual successor. Set in an alternate 1997, it captures the essence of classic base-building RTS while injecting it with modern design and Unreal Engine 5 visuals. Two rival factions dominate the stage: the high-tech Global Defense Force and the resilient Tempest Dynasty, each offering distinct playstyles, units, and economies. From sprawling campaigns to competitive skirmishes and ranked multiplayer, every battle feels like a love letter to the golden age of strategy.
Though they may be, they are still flesh and bone.
Burden of Command redefines what a World War II strategy game can be, shifting the focus from tactics alone to the crushing weight of leadership. Players take command of the Cotton Balers, a U.S. Army company within the 7th Infantry Regiment, and experience war not only through battlefield maneuvers, but through the lives of the soldiers under their command. The game weaves turn-based tactical combat with narrative-driven choices, where every decision affects morale, trust, and survival. Whether deciding when to push forward, how to interact with weary troops, or how to manage losses, the consequences are deeply personal and emotionally powerful.
But what about those tanks?
Listen up!
Crowning 2025 strategy lineup is Broken Arrow, a massive real-time strategy and tactics game that bridges the gap between realism and accessibility. Developed by Steel Balalaika and published by Slytherin, it thrusts players into the heart of 21st century warfare with over 300 meticulously detailed units across American and Russian factions. Infantry, tanks, jets, drones, and missile systems come alive on sprawling battlefields, each customizable to suit different tactical approaches. At its core lies a 16-mission single-player campaign, reminiscent of World in Conflict, where players experience both American and Russian perspectives in dramatic modern conflicts.